Hey everyone, welcome to Color Conversations with Crawford Street. I'm Tanner and I'm very glad to be here. Today is the last color in our winter collection, which is apropos since I think like 2 days from now is spring. So we are really cutting it close, finishing up this winter collection. And like we explained kind of in the other previous videos of this winter collection, it's not a very stereotypical winter collection. Like not everything is blue and based on like cold or anything like that. But we really kind of were capitalizing on the other feelings that winter brings, like you know, when you're first getting into winter and there's still that kind of golden hint of summer as an undertone, and then you really get into winter and you're kind of feeling this like barrenness, you know, and this slow down of activity, but this real like intentional home time. And then towards the tail end of winter, you kind of start getting into this like, you know, that new growth is so close, you know, and so this winter, you know, is about to make way and give way to all this beautiful, just beautifulness that is what we know as spring. So today, the last color is a very subtle color, and it, I think, out of all of the feelings we've talked about that winter kind of evokes, this one to me is just simplicity. It's just a simple, beautiful color. And that color is Frosty White. Sherwin-Williams 6196. It is simple. It is like I said, when there's kind of like a lot more at home time, there's not as much activity outside. There's a lot of kind of like, you get a lot of work done. If you're a business owner, you get a lot of work done on the back end of things because maybe there's not as much activity on the front end happening. So just the simplicity, the slow down of winter, and how much our lives actually need that, even when we don't realize it. You know, we start to get growth in spring and summer and we get busy and things are happening and it's a bunch of growth and just lots of, you know, things and newness and life and activity. But then again, we need this time of rest. We need this time of simplicity. And that's exactly what this color reminds us of. The place that we have used it actually was kind of exactly for that reason. You can see it's got just a hint of coolness, just a hint. I'm not even going to say blue because it's not blue, but it is cool. And it's not gray, but more like a dusting of frost. You know what I mean? Like on the windowsill, you know what I mean? Like, or on the window pane, like you can see through it and there's not really color, but there's something there, you know, some kind of transparentness. Its LRV is 72. So it is light. You know, you're still in the white and light colors when you're talking about this. So again, Frosty White, even though we're talking about having like a cool undertone and a bit of some nice gray in there, it's not a gray. It's a white. It's still a very canvas color, perfect for trim, a very, like I said, a very simple color. You know, you're not getting into color here. We're just talking about undertones whenever I'm talking about color in this particular conversation. So again, the simplicity of it helps calm things down. And I say that because, like I said, so the place we've used this is, we had a client who had fantastic pieces from all kinds of Latin American countries, Spain, all over. They just had like these beautiful like fabrics, these textiles that they were going to hang on the wall, and this terracotta and these clay pieces from all over, and these amazing bright colored art And they wanted to play on that kind of like in certain rooms. So like in one room, we really took a bright color from that, like a terracotta color, and put it on the walls. And then another room, we took one of those bolder blues and put it on the ceiling. And so it was a very vibrant, fun space, a very almost eclectic gallery of everything they had collected over the years. However, we knew we needed a base background color for them that was not stark white, because how harsh would that be against all that terracotta and that blue, and they loved gray. Their floors were all like a gray toned LVP. So we were like, how can we get that white in their walls, that base white, to hold a little something that isn't creamy, because we don't want to make that gray floor look washed out in comparison to all this color. We want to, you know, partner with that gray floor, but not look gray, because again, we don't want to mute any part of these great color pieces that we're doing. Well, Frosty White was the perfect way. It gave way into like the bolder blue pieces that we're doing, that we had in there, and the bolder colors, and it gave way to just let that gray ashiness of that floor, you know, fit in and bleed in a great way to the walls without anything muting each other and without anything washing out any color. It really just picked up on a lighter, like I said, almost that just frostiness type of gray. That's almost just like a little bit of transparent thing, opaqueness going on, to where it's like there's something there, but it's not like anything I can like put my finger on. It's not a certain color or anything. It's just there. It's white that's holding a little bit of coolness, you know? So again, on exteriors, say that you really want a white, but you don't want stark white, you know, but you don't want cream, because maybe your neighbor's house is like a creamy off-white, or maybe your roof is gray and you're like, so I don't want cream, but I want it to have a little bit of something in it. I want it to have a little bit of coolness, and even because anything with a cool undertone tends to feel a little bit light and airy, you know, especially when it's paired and partnered with a lot of white or a lot of woodwork and trim, a lot of texture. You know, this is going to be white just in a more intentional way. You know what I mean? Like, it's going to be obvious that it's not just white. It's going to play fun in light. You know, again, if you don't have a direct light on it, it's going to look white. And again, that's why I said any color I'm talking about here is just an undertone. This is still a white color. But if you have it in the sunlight, and if you have certain elements around it, they're going to bring out the coolness. Know that, and it will. It's a very delicate, beautiful coolness that, like I said, is just so simple. So if you feel like you kind of have this chaotic palette, whether it's interior or exterior with your decor or whatever your building materials are, like if you feel like you need a color that is not going to be so harsh, like just stark white, because you don't want to like make that chaos even more obvious, you know, but you really just want to rein in kind of all that's going on and give it a simple background or a simple outline, then this may be your color. And if you want to talk it through a little bit more, then just reach out to us. We'd love to help. And if you have used this color and want to share your pictures with us, please do so. We love, like I said, we love being a part of color adventures with you guys. We know they can be overwhelming. So when it works out well and people are excited about what color has done in their life, we want to celebrate that with you too. So I hope this helped you guys narrow down your color or confirm your color. And like I said, if you need more help, reach out. And if you are not a subscriber, then subscribe. We would love to be your color friends. Okay? Talk to you guys later. Bye.